Welcome back. Well, you might have seen a story that has gone viral. It's getting a lot of people talking. It's about a house that was in Raleigh. It was listed for sale for under $300,000, which is way below the average market price. And people swarmed. I mean, there were crowds waiting to tour this house. The neighborhood flooded with all these potential buyers. There was video taken of it, and then the video of that crowd went viral on social media. So we are now joined by Charlotte real estate broker David Hoffman of David Hoffman Realty. So first off, put this in perspective for us, because we know that home prices have gone up. So to find a house that's in good shape for under $300,000, this just shows the current situation we're in right now.
Yeah, absolutely, Carolyn. So first and foremost, a 250, 260 home, 275 home in Charlotte or Raleigh is probably going to sell for 325 to 350 easy. So you have a lot of buyers looking at this home in the mid twos that probably never should have been there in the first place.
But even more so, I think it shows the competition for housing and affordable housing at that. It's bordering on what some would call a crisis. So what are you seeing when it comes to people who are really just trying to get a piece of that American dream? What's your advice for them?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, in the current market, if you're looking up to 300, you should add about 10%. So you should expect to pay. Well, if you're looking to not go over 300, you should go down 10% first and foremost. So a home that's 250 to 270, you can expect to pay 300. And then on the back end, Carolyn, I would recommend that some buyers hold off. They hold off and they don't get in the emotional attachment. So this house, for example, it's not a surprise. Anything under 300 in Charlotte, in Raleigh, Asheville, Greenville, South Carolina, anything in this region under 300 is going for 10, 15, 20, 30% above. So the first recommendation is don't pay more than you feel comfortable with. And so if your ceiling's 300 and the home is 275 to 300, you're not going to get it for 300, so hold off. Now, to that point, if some of those buyers held off, then the bidding wars shrink and the prices stay reasonable for the next house. The next thing is a lot of these sellers, they can't list their home until they find a home. And so some buyers need to be open to looking at a higher price point. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You have some buyers getting into the market like this home that never should have been there in the first place. And then you have some sellers that need to be realistic with what they're going to pay, knowing that they're going to sell for top dollar. Does that make sense? Yeah,
I mean, I just think the bottom line is you need to have a lot more money than you're expecting, and you got to take the emotions out of it, because a price range that's a quote unquote comfortable price range, which, yeah, it's in the nearing $300,000. A lot of people are going to be wanting this. And we shouldn't mention also the inventory. A lot of it is being bought by investors. So that also adds a whole other layer of competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything under about 500,000 nowadays is 25% going to investors. So you take the investors out and you take out an all-time low inventory, like you said a minute ago, and you have the majority of the Charlotte market is looking under 500. All the investors are looking under 500. And so, yeah, first and foremost, buyers need to be willing to wait and be patient if they don't want to overpay. But then B, it's kind of like the tickle-me-elmo theory, where you've got one house for about 11 buyers. And if the first 3 want it and the next 8 take a look at it because it's priced right, now you've got 11 buyers and they get emotionally attached, and it drives the price up to $550, and they were thinking, I'm going to pay $425. A lot of those buyers should have just been waiting and then let some more inventory hit the market.
Yeah, it is rough out there trying to find affordable housing, that's for sure. It's indicative of, I think, a larger thing that's happening across the country. Thanks so much, David Hoffman, joining us now. Thanks. That insight is valuable. Wait, do not pay more than you need to. Thanks so much.